Guys.
Am I not meant to be in it?
Sorry, I just don't know if they can hear me. Sorry. Hi. Guys, it's honeymoon time. And where are we going?
Japan!
Japan! There's a lot of people around me, so I'm not gonna chat for long, but we're at Heathrow Airport and we're heading to Japan in like 2 hours. So join us for our honeymoon in Japan. First up, Tokyo. I said I wasn't gonna talk, but I have some things to say. It's been a bit of a chaotic morning because, well, not chaotic, just slight mistakes, because I'm a very type A organized girly, but you guys, the last couple hours, I've messed up. Like last night, we went to sleep, I could not fall asleep, we stayed close to the airport, and I was about to relax, and then I remembered I forgot my glasses. I forgot them home, literally got from home, like home from work yesterday, and they were in my work bag, and I forgot to put them in my bag, which is fair enough. Second, we got to the hotel, blah blah blah, I checked that my phone was on charge. Somehow must have turned the plug off, because in the UK you can turn plugs on and off for some reason. Must have turned it off, my phone didn't charge. It's fine now, I have a battery and stuff, like it's all sorted. Third, I put the film that my siblings got us, sorry, through the scanner. I wasn't meant to do that. I was meant to ask for a manual check. We have asked ChatGPT, and based on the type of film it is, it said it should be fine with one scan as long as we don't keep scanning it. I'm just crossing my fingers it's okay. The worst part is that we won't know until we develop it if we've messed it up. So I'm just terrified that I've just messed it up. And then fourth, I was paying at Pret and I accidentally paid for some other lady's coffee. I was just buying cookies, so they had to like come refund me, recharge me. Guys, I'm so organized and I've messed up so much.
I've not forgotten anything and everything's going really well for me.
Yeah, but why did it go so well for you? Because
nothing to worry about.
I packed everything. Guys. To Ginza. We've left our bags at the hotel and everything, and we just had the best pancakes of our lives. But I literally felt so sick, but not because of the pancakes. They were delicious, they were amazing, but I think, you know, when you're so tired, like it just didn't settle well in my stomach. But now we're walking and we're gonna do some shopping, which is very exciting. I actually cannot wait. It's the next day, clearly by my hair. It is like 5:30 in the morning. We've been up since like 4. Couldn't go back to sleep, but we did go to bed at like 7:30 last night. We were exhausted, but it was such a good day. It was a bit of a blurry day just because we were so tired, but we did what we wanted to do. We got some shopping done. We got to visit Ginza. That's mainly the area that we were in yesterday. It was lovely and everybody's so lovely. We got to try some good food. We had our first ramen as well, which was really good. I had never had ramen before, so that was really cool, and the pancakes were absolutely delicious, and it was just fun to get to walk around lots. We did around 20,000 steps. I do have a feeling that today it's going to be a lot more, just because we're going to be out for a lot more hours compared to yesterday. We did go to the Disney store here in like the downtown Disney version of Tokyo Disney, which is called Ipskiri or something like that. I can't remember correctly. Now we're gonna get ready for the day and we're gonna leave the hotel around 6:30 to start our day. We do have Team Lab tickets around 6 as well, so it should be like a 12-hour day today, which is good. It's what we came here to do, and we're gonna do lots of steps, hopefully try some good food, and I am very excited. Last night we came to the hotel and we realized we actually got a really great view of the sea, but right now I was just looking out and I realized we can see Mount Fuji from here. We're like, you can't, like that's impossible, and you actually can. We checked on the maps and it's like literally there. Let me show you. This is insane. Okay, can you guys see that? That is crazy. Like how, what do you mean we can see that from here? Like, are we crazy? That has to be it. That's insane. We have made it onto our first shrine. Are you enjoying it so far?
It's pretty cool. It's so peaceful.
It is stunning as well in here. Like, it is so pretty. We're just walking around trees and stuff, and we're coming up to the actual shrine, but
You wouldn't think you're in Tokyo right now.
yeah, like it doesn't feel like a
Middle of
city.
a
Yeah, so pretty. My hair is insane as well, but nah. Oh, you guys, I am losing my voice. I don't know if I told you, I had a really bad throat like the day of the flight. And yesterday it hurt so hard, like to swallow and everything. And then this morning I woke up feeling better, just worse and worse, and it has gone worse as the day goes on. But anyways, we are now, I don't really remember the name of the place that we are. Do you remember? We're
at Team Lab, but I don't know what
yeah,
it is.
we're close to the Tokyo Tower, so we saw all of that. And since we got out of the hotel at 6:30 a.m. today, it's now 4:30. First of all, we've done already over 30,000 steps, so we're very tired, very like happy tired, because we've done everything we needed to. But we had booked Team Lab for 6 p.m. assuming we were gonna start our day around 9. We started it at 6:30. So now we're just waiting here. We did ask if we could change it, but I think we came too late to change it, so we're just waiting a little bit. We're honestly, I think we only sat down for like 30 minutes for lunch today, so we're just sitting down now and we're just enjoying a little peaceful moment. Yeah, how are you feeling, Harry? Tired? Yeah, tired but happy. I think that describes the last 2 days. Like, we're just so happy and just so tired, but we've definitely taken advantage of like every second that we've gotten. And I did manage to get some Onitsuka tires, so I'll show them to you later. Harry couldn't get his size and the ones he wanted, but we're gonna keep on looking and we're not gonna give up. Morning, besties. My voice is a lot worse today. Today is a Disney day though, and I'm very excited about it. We're gonna get ready now. Figured I wanted to show you the shoes before we get ready. But these are the shoes that I got. I absolutely love them and I cannot wait to wear them. It's 1 degree today, so definitely today won't be the day, but I'm very excited. It is our first Disney day and I'm so excited. We are heading to Disney Sea. I'm just so excited. This is my first time, Harry's first time. I just cannot wait for a magical day in the Tokyo Disney Sea. Like, I've been waiting technically for years, but like, you know, since we've known months, but like I've wanted to come here for years and I'm so excited. We made it to the line. We are sitting down. We got a little picnic blanket the other day at the Disney store and we're very excited. How are you feeling?
Why did you ask me as soon as I took a drink?
Sorry.
Very excited.
We've got a game plan for rides and stuff. We're gonna try and get a primary access for Frozen. I'm crossing my fingers, guys. We are not like that far away from the entrance, to be honest. We made it here at like 7:18, did I say? We wanted to get here at 7:30, so 7:18 is actually really good. We'll see. We'll let you know how it goes if we actually manage to get the passes. You guys, it is Mount Fuji day. We don't know if we're gonna see it because, you know, the other day we saw it from our balcony. Today, Lady Mount Fuji is nowhere to be seen, so we will see. But we've already paid for the excursion. It had said that visibility was gonna be good today, so we're just crossing our fingers that that will be the case. You guys, we had the absolute most magical day at Disney yesterday. I was telling Harry, like, if you asked me to describe my perfect day, this would literally be it. My only thing would have been to maybe sleep a little more. I don't know if I said yesterday, but I had woken up at like 2:30 a.m. and I could not go back to sleep. But for some reason, like, my energy level, well, not for some reason, for Disney reason, my energy levels were good all day. Like, of course there were times I was a little bit tired, but nothing compared to the last 2 days. And I just think it's kind of like Disney, you know, it's happiness over stimulation. So there's like no moment to get rest because you're just like on to the next thing and excited. And I love Disney so much that I was just so happy to be there. That was like such a dream come true, and we actually had the best day. Did you have a good time, Harry?
I had an amazing time. I'm going through my Instagram now.
Oh, exciting. So Instagram girly stories. What was your favorite ride, would you say?
Definitely Frozen.
Yeah, same. That was really good.
Yeah.
We do have a couple of spare rides that we haven't managed to do yet because, you guys, if there's one thing I'll say is that the lines were insane. We did go early to line up. We got there like 7:18. I say like, no, we got there at 7:18 because I remember looking at the time. And we lined up early and they started letting people in through security in the park at like 8:30, 8:45, and so we were in the park by like at 9, which is really cool because we were quite close to the entrance. So we managed to get fast passes to Frozen, or not fast passes, they're called different here, but like the equivalent of a fast pass for Frozen, Tangled, and then we got a free fast pass for the Indiana Jones roller coaster, so that really helped. So we've saved some rides for Thursday to buy some DPAs, so we'll see if we can do that. But it was literally the most magical day and I'm so excited to go back. Tomorrow we're going to Disneyland, and then Thursday we're going back to Disney Sea. So I'm just so excited to keep on exploring because it is massive. But anyways, we're getting ready now. We're gonna go to the Mount Fuji excursion, see what happens. We'll see, but I'm very excited about it. Another day, and Harry's wearing his new Disney sweatshirt. It looks so cute. Are you happy with it?
I am.
His first Disney sweatshirt, so big day, guys. We are now getting ready. As you can see, my voice got better, but I have a bit of a cough, nose not doing well, but that's okay because we're seeing the rat today and that's all I care about. Yesterday was a great, beautiful day. We didn't get to see Mount Fuji as much as we would have liked, but to be honest, again, it's only visible like 80-ish days of the year. We saw most of it. I think I'll count ourselves lucky, and it was a fun excursion. We were like, oh my god, this is gonna be such a chill day for us because it's an excursion. We don't really need to do much. We still did like 17,000 steps. It was a 12+ hour day, so we were knackered at the end of the day, so straight to bed. But today we are doing Disney and I'm very excited. This is Tokyo Disneyland, not Disney Sea, and yeah, we're gonna go see. There's so many classic rides and I'm very excited, and I'm also so excited to be going to the Beauty and the Beast ride. This is the only Beauty and the Beast ride in the world. I know Disney World has like a little themed like restaurant, and there's like a storytelling little thing that I've been to. Is really cute, but this is a proper ride with Tokyo Disney technology, so I am very excited about this. So let's finish getting ready and go to Tokyo Disneyland. Harry also got some Onitsukas, so that's the day to put them on today. Very exciting.
The way they like tried them on in the shop was unbelievable. They literally like sit you down and he undid. It was like, I felt like I was putting on a wedding dress. Like they look after you so well. And then I had to change the size and I was like, I'm so sorry. And he was like, no, it's fine, it's fine.
They're lovely, yeah. Let's see the big reveal. Nice. Are you excited?
I am.
You've got nothing like that as well, so it's very exciting.
Oh.
First ride of the day, we are going on Splash Mountain, rope dropping Splash Mountain. It's already looking very busy, but we'll see how long it takes.
最大の喜びです。ではどうぞおくつろぎください。ゆっくりおかけになってお城のキッチンが腕によりをかけましたディナーをようこそどうぞ大事なお客様首にナプキンをかけてごゆっくりスープジュートどれも味の展開一度タルタルトレビアンお互いからお皿利きで
You guys, we are in line for Tokyo Disney Sea, and it's full of people, so that's all the update I got for you now. Harry's outfit today is very cute. You've got a new hat.
Trying my best.
We're very excited for today. How are you feeling?
Very excited. I'm not tired, which is nice.
Yeah, I didn't get a coffee. I had a Pepsi at 6 AM because there was no coffee, so we're gonna try and find one. now the next day and we are at, I can't remember how to say this.
It's like
Sushiki.
Sushiki,
something like that. Market, and I just had a steamed one and some strawberries, such good strawberries. And Harry's now having, what was it?
This
fried
is grilled
salmon.
Yeah, fried salmon.
Yeah.
And then fried squid.
Yeah, corn and something. Are you enjoying it?
Sorry, it was
Yeah.
£3.50.
It was £3. Yeah, I think I had read that this is kind of like a bit of a touristy trap vibe, and that you can get all sorts of things, and some things look quite expensive, and we've done kind of like conversion, and some of them really are, especially like the viral spots that you see on TikTok. But then there's some really good prices, so I'd say if you come here, just have a little look and use your converter calculator thing and just make sure you're happy with what you're paying. But so far so good. Good morning all. It is our last morning here in Tokyo. Harry's having his coffee.
Harry is.
Yeah. And we are gonna take the Shinkansen today to Osaka. It's been a great week. What would you say if you had to say your favorite thing we did, separating like Tokyo and Disney's favorite thing we did, favorite food, and yeah, I guess that's it.
Favorite thing we did was meeting a lady called Alice.
Oh yeah, that was yesterday.
We met her yesterday, and I bought, well, Agus bought for me for Valentine's Day a Yakuta. But she was literally so nice, and she wrote us like all these little cards out and everything. It was very sweet. And then favorite food, oh, those pancakes. We had these pancakes on the first day, which were amazing. And like the vibe of the whole place was really, really cool.
Yeah, it was.
And then we did have these burgers as well, which was really, really
Yeah.
nice. That was amazing. What about you? What would you say?
I think from the Tokyo side, yeah, favorite food would definitely be the pancakes, and then second the burgers. They were amazing. And also in the burger place, they had the best milkshakes and really good chips. Like everything about it was great, but then also the pancake place, like everything we had was great as well. I will say about, I'm very much like a light coffee person, and everywhere we've had coffee that is not from a vending machine, it is strong, guys. So if you're not like a strong coffee drinker, just something to keep in mind. Like it's great because you're tired, so you kind of need that extra caffeine, but it is strong coffee flavored, which that's, I mean, you have black coffee, so
I have like quite a strong coffee anyway. But then when we went to 7-Eleven, I got a coffee, and I chose like the strong one, and it literally like blew the top of my head off. I was like, this is insane, but it was really good.
And then favorite thing we did, for me, I think the second day that we were here and we walked around like Shibuya, and then we went to a shrine. I think that's probably my favorite like kind of morning that we did in Tokyo.
What's one thing that surprised you about Tokyo, and then what's one thing that you heard of that you were like, oh yeah, that 100% like checks out?
Probably first of all, the one that checks out is how quiet the trains are. You could drop a pin there. Like,
yeah.
It is crazy how quiet and like respectful people are of each other's spaces. It's really, really interesting. Definitely bumped into a couple people being bad tourists, not on purpose, of course.
So definitely agree with the train thing, like that's very accurate. I think as well the cleanliness, like you didn't even realize, and then literally we looked down and we were like, oh, it's actually like
there's nothing here.
There's nothing here, like it's so nice.
Yeah.
And we bought I know we were walking around Disney in them, but we bought these new shoes and literally wore them for 2 days, and the bottom of them are like brand new. It's
and we
so
did like
weird.
over 50,000 steps in them. Like it's not that we just went out around the block, like we walked.
Yeah. And then one thing that I didn't expect, I seem to have tripped us up with my own question.
Yeah.
But the best thing is that sorry, your arms are super tired.
Yeah, a little bit.
That we can just sit here, and then you probably can't see it very well, but like Mount Fuji is right there.
We're literally looking at Mount Fuji.
So clear.
It's insane. Like that was the biggest surprise about the hotel. We booked it to stay around the Disney resort because we were going to do 3 days in Disney and then 3 days in the city, and we were like, probably best to stay at Disney because that's where we're going to stay like later. And also I'm a big Disney fan, so staying around the resort was
it was a very one-sided conversation. I didn't have much of a choice, but it
was a good choice. Like,
it was a great
choice.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, I think I vlogged it, but like we literally woke up, opened the windows on the first morning or the blinds, and you could see Mount Fuji. Like, that was the greatest surprise. Like, we did not expect that at all. And also, the hotel is kind of curved, so if we would have stayed like on that side, we would have never known we could see Mount Fuji. Like, that was such a little blessing that, well, not little, quite big blessing that we just were not expecting at all. Especially because on the day we went to see Mount Fuji, it was quite cloudy, so I feel like we've seen it, what, 3 times from our window now?
Yeah, and it's like,
it's crisp. I'll get a little shot now. So we're hoping that we did get the Shinkansen like seats that you're meant to see Mount Fuji on. So hopefully we can see it a bit closer as well when we're on there. But yeah, it's been a great week, and honestly getting to go to Disney as well, like, it was amazing to just see all of the differences and like the rides and the technology they use, you guys. Like, there's some things that we were just like, I don't know how they do it. We're not even gonna Google it because let the magic live on. And it was just insane. Like, there were so many effects that I was like, this is just so cool. The animatronics, the cast members, you guys, some of the kindest people ever. I mean, thankfully, I mean, we've had like great customer service experiences like everywhere, but I feel like Disney's always like, you know, that little extra magic. But it was just so good. Like, everything about it was perfect. Would you say you like Disney?
Nah.
No.
I loved it. It was very cool. Like, without any spoilers, they literally do, like, on 2 rides, they make things disappear like in front of your eyes. Like, it's not like, oh, this is like illusion, like look over here, then you look back and it's gone, or like they turn the lights off and then it comes back and it's gone. It literally like fades in front of your face. And I remember so many times it happening and like my jaw actually dropping and being like, how? And then like the annoying thing is you miss everything else because you're just thinking about like, but how did they make that disappear? Like, I just don't get it. And it's one of those things, like, for me anyway, I feel like I could do those rides multiple times and still never figure it out. Like, I don't know how they do it. It is incredible. But
it is so cool. And then we also got to do the Beauty and the Beast, which you guys, I don't think I told you this, but it was down for most of the morning. And I was so scared we weren't going to be able to do it. Like, that was the one, like, Beauty and the Beast, Belle, she's my favorite princess since I was like 5-6 years old. Loved her forever. So that was like the one ride that I was like, that I really wanted to do. Don't get me wrong, like Fantasy Springs and everything else, like it was high on the list, but like Beauty and the Beast was like the one. We got in the park, like we got in line at 7:30, like we got the fast pass DPA thing and we were set, we were on it, and then all of a sudden I got a notification saying they sent me a replacement DPA because the ride was down, and I was like, oh no. So we literally kept an eye on it, and then thankfully it did come back up and they prioritized everything with everybody with the DPA, so they were like kind of getting everybody through, and then they opened it for like public. So that was really lucky that we like got that, because also it said that you could spend it on whatever ride, but I was like, no, let's hold on to it just in case. And I think it was like after lunch, like at 2 p.m. it came back. So that was really, really lucky. I was honestly so scared. And
then I think they opened it to people that didn't have the pass at like, it was like
5
4
maybe,
or 5.
yeah.
So it's like, even then you have like a 2-3 hour wait, like that you might not get on it.
Yeah. So I do think, I know some people don't like, I love Disney and I love like organization, so it was kind of like my favorite thing to do, kind of learning about this Disney. Like, even when I go to Disney Paris, like any Disney I go, like I'm gonna learn the tips and tricks because I enjoy it, and I know that some people don't like that or just don't care that much. But I will say, if you are coming to Disney Tokyo, I would recommend just at least trying to kind of have a bit of a game plan, because lines are intense. Like, they are very, very, very intense, and they're like, most of the big rides were over 100 minutes most of the day. And of course that's a long time. And again, if you don't mind, maybe bring yourself some snacks, bring yourself some games if you're with a group, and kind of just get stuck in and do them. But I would just say, like, mentally prepare for crowds and really, really long lines. Thankfully, again, if you do buy the fast passes, which are called DPAs, or there's the 40th anniversary pass, which is free, but you can only get those, like, it's more difficult to get those because they're free, so they go really quickly. It's all worth it. Like, I had the best time, like, doing the research and then kind of going and being like, oh my god, like, look at this, like, we managed to do 4 rides in like this amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously didn't do any research. And if I hadn't had you, I wouldn't have done anything. So I think on average every day we did like between 5 and 6 rides.
Yeah, and then that was with lots of like shopping breaks and food breaks. Well, you guys, we had so many snacks. It was good. I had a list of things I wanted to try, and we managed to get every single one except for the tiramisu ice cream, but that ended up being a choice. I was like, I don't mind. I just definitely think there is a way you can do everything if you organize it. But yeah,
what's the great saying that would if you it's like failure to prepare, then prepare to fail, something like that. I don't know, but anyway, Disney was great.
It was awesome. Yeah, so we definitely recommend, but that was just beautiful, and just getting to stay around the resort and just seeing like the monorail and the vibes and the music. Like if there's something about Disney, they're gonna have great background music, so that was really, really fun. I'm definitely gonna miss this area because it's been so nice to also not be in the city. One of the things we were saying is that we wanted to be kind of outside of the city, and that's been really, really nice.
Literally takes us 30 minutes to get into the city, and it's so easy. It's literally like the Disney train, because we're on like the other side, and then one train line that takes 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and you're then in. Like, it was so handy. So
that is our report on our experience in Tokyo. Now we're gonna head to Osaka, and in Osaka we're gonna do Osaka, Kyoto, and Nara, but we're still staying just in Osaka, so it's kind of gonna be the same vibe. Stay in one place, but just use the train to go to other places. But I'm really intrigued about the Shinkansen. We also shipped our bags yesterday with Yamato Services, which they had like a desk like literally on the second floor of the hotel. I am very, very nervous. We don't have air tags or anything. It was very highly recommended by lots of reviews on Google, on TikTok. We asked chat, like, and said it was good. I am nervous, but I'm sure it's all gonna be fine. We'll report back later today because it's like next day shipping, so we shipped them yesterday morning to get hopefully to our hotel today. We still kept like our little suitcases to have clothes, you know, for yesterday, today and stuff. So yeah, we'll report back.
I'm not nervous at all. I think it's gonna be so fun.
I'm enough nervous for the both of us.
Yeah, someone's got to be relaxed on this trip.
Yeah, and that isn't me. We'll see you probably on the Shinkansen, you guys, and we will report back on the experience. Good morning. It is a Monday now, and today is our Universal day. We are now getting ready. Harry's halfway through his coffee. I am as well. I still need to do my makeup. I just did little braids on my hair. We are doing Universal today in Osaka, and I'm very excited. I love Universal. We used to have an annual pass in LA, and it has such a special place in my heart, but Universal always means more thrilly rides, and I am more of a chill ride girl, but I try and force myself to do the like big ones. But there is one that is called Flying Dinosaur, I think, that you literally fly like strapped on and your feet are dangling, and that one I already know I'm not gonna do. I know it's like a 30-second reward, but that line would be painful because I would just be about to piss my pants the whole time, so we're not doing that. I told Harry if he wants to do it, more than welcome to. I'm happy to go to the shops or something, so we'll see what ends up happening. But I have heard that lines are worse than Tokyo Disney Sea, so I am a little bit nervous about it, but we did get some fast passes. You can get them when it's like different from Disney. You can get them when you buy the ticket, but like you gotta buy the fast pass separate to the ticket, so make sure you watch out for that because it was very confusing. I'm nervous, and we will see what we get to do because we only have one fast pass for one out of the two of the Nintendo rides, so one of them I think we're just gonna have to line up, and I think it's gonna be probably like a 2-hour wait, so we'll see and we will report back. But I'm very excited to go and just to see, I mean, Harry Potter World again, like literally that is one of my favorite places ever. Again, see what, you know, what difference there are, or is it actually very similar. And then seeing Nintendo World, never been to a Nintendo World, so I'm very excited about that. I'm not really a Nintendo girly, but Harry loves Nintendo, so that'll be fun. Oh, not Nintendo, Mario.
Yeah.
And yeah, what were your first impressions on Osaka then?
So I thought Osaka was, in my limited research, was like Tokyo. like my impression of Osaka is what I thought Tokyo would be like. Like it was a lot more hectic, a lot more going on, a lot busier. Whereas Tokyo felt a lot more peaceful, even though it was a busy city.
Yeah.
And then Osaka was like, go, go, go. One thing that's really thrown me off is a lot of people ride bikes on the pavement, or sidewalk as you'd say. And that freaked me out because I was a bit like, oh God, like I've got to watch out. I mean, it's not like crazy, but that's, I think, a good way of describing it.
Yeah, I think for me as well, like we got off the Shinkansen and all of a sudden it was like craziness, and I was like, it's crazy that it feels busier than Tokyo, because Tokyo just felt so peaceful all the time. Even when it was busy, it felt peaceful, but here, it's just so much busier. So that was very interesting to see. And then also the trains are very different. First day we were struggling bad. Yesterday we got off at the wrong stop. That hadn't happened the whole trip.
That was my fault, but
well, but it hadn't happened. I guess that wasn't like the train line's fault. That was our mistake. But it's just very different, that is all.
Yeah, as well, we were like so used to, well, not so used, we were only there for a week, but we were like,
but you get used to things.
We were used to Tokyo, and then to go somewhere else, it's not like completely different, it's just like slight little changes with things. It's a bit like, oh wait, hang on,
I need to pay attention to
yeah,
this
I've been
now.
looking for this the whole week, and now I've got to like find another way to take a train.
Yeah. So anyways, but it's been good. We managed to get around, ask some questions to people that were around there. But again, you just get used to it. It's just like when you expect one thing. And like, for example, people in Tokyo, they're on the escalators, wait on the left side, and here on the right side. Which I was like, why?
Such a small difference, but you're like, oh wait, hang on, why is everything...
I'm on the wrong side.
And then you start questioning like everything.
Yeah, so there's little things, and I wonder, like, we should probably Google as to why there's these little changes. But anyways, and we did go to Kyoto yesterday, which I got some clips of, and that was really fun as well. We were very tired by the end of it. We walked around a lot, but I mean, one thing we were saying, because I was like, oh, should we take the bus, should we take the train to go to the next stop? First of all, some of them you really can't, and then second of all, you do actually discover a lot while you're walking. I was very tired by the end, but you do see, like, we saw, I don't know, 2 or 3, or well, actually more, but we went into 2 or 3 extra temples, but you just see so many because there's so many. So walking around is definitely cool. Just wear comfy shoes.
I mean, my thing as well is we went to that place, I'm sure you'll like see clips of it, where they have like the 1,000 gates. Yeah. And it was really pretty, but it was so busy. And I know it says to go like early so you avoid the tourists.
We were not there early.
But it was really pretty, and there was loads of people around, and there's a lot to do. And then we literally walked, I don't know, 10 minutes in a different direction, and we found like what I thought was the most beautiful like Buddhist temple. That there was like 15 people, and the architecture was really interesting. I think if you do visit, it's worth going somewhere and then exploring just by walking around, and you might come across like, you know, something that's got no tourists at and just as pretty. Anyway. Yeah, no, that was a good bit, and definitely recommend was it the Royal, I can't remember the name, the gardens, Imperial Palace Gardens. They were cool. We didn't get to go into the palace because it was a Sunday, or oh no, I guess it was open, but we made there late. I don't know what happened. It wasn't open.
Yeah.
But the grounds were really nice.
But the grounds were open, and it was nice. So anyways, we're gonna finish getting ready and head over to Universal Studios Japan, and let's see what the day brings.
Why don't you do your best Mario impression?
I can't, you do it.
I can't either, I'm too embarrassed.
What does he say?
Here we go!
I didn't even know that. There you go, guys.
I'm clearly not that embarrassed.
got absolutely soaked on the ride. A good time?
Amazing, very good.
Good morning. We are at Nara today. If you don't know about Nara, it's like, I don't want to say a deer place, but yeah, it's a place that is full of deer, and I'm so excited because deer is my favorite animal ever. I love them so much, so I'm so excited to see them. And there's also some temples, so we're gonna be walking around lots, hopefully seeing deer, and yeah, just have a good, nice, relaxing day. We'll keep you posted. You guys, this is insane. There is so many everywhere. Like, we literally just walked, what, 1 block from the station, and this is what we're seeing here. This is crazy. You know those showers after a long day, they just feel extra good. Like, literally every shower during this holiday, I've just been like, I feel like a new person. But Nara was amazing. I think we both loved it so much and said it was one of our favorite days of the trip. Don't you agree?
I would definitely agree. It was pretty incredible.
It was so good, and we got there before, or around 8 a.m. I'd say. There was like, I don't know, another 6 people around. Like, it was empty around us, and it was so good. We got to feed the deer and just walk around, and of course it got more filled up as the day, you know, went on, but it was just so lovely. It was so peaceful. It was honestly what I thought more like Kyoto would be like. But I loved every second of it. Yeah, absolutely loved it. And then yesterday Universal was super fun, but you guys, the crowds are no joke. Like, I knew it was gonna be bad, and just because I had seen, you know, videos and stuff, but it was like, there was even more people than Disney, or I don't know if it's just because it's smaller then it feels like there's more people, but it was just insanity. We still had a great time. Thankfully, we had bought a ticket with the fast passes, like I said, so we got to take advantage of that, and we rode roller coaster first thing, but literally by the time we went in, and we were there at, I don't know, 7:40, 7:30, and by the time we managed to get in was like 9:10. There was already 80 minutes of queue, like 80 minutes. But anyways, we still did it because we were like, we gotta start somewhere. And it was like, it's kind of like Rock and Roller vibes if you guys have been to Orlando, but it was just less kind of thrilly, I guess. But you could pick your own song and stuff, and they had a One Direction song, guys, so I was singing the whole way. And that really helped because I get a little scared in roller coasters. So that was really fun. That was a fun little surprise that they had a One Direction song. But yeah, it was a fun day. Lots of people. Food was not my favorite, to be honest. And funnily enough, it was the day we spent the most on food. Not because we ate more, just because the food was just so expensive compared to pretty much everything else we've been doing. But yeah, no, it was a good time, and also made me feel, like I said, I think I said yesterday, we used to have an annual pass with my bestie, and it just made me so nostalgic about it. But it was really good fun. I'm glad we did it. Glad we did Nara today. Tomorrow we've got a Kyoto day. We're finishing the day early today, and it's kind of nice sometimes to have like a bit of time to decompress on trips. We were both like, yeah, we need a bit of a, you know, not that we're, you know, people that stay up to party. We haven't done that any of the nights during the trip, but I feel like having a little more time before bed to just decompress and relax is really nice, especially when you're starting the day so early. But anyways, I look terrible right now, so I'm gonna stop chatting, and yeah, it's just been a great couple days. Good morning. You can't really see me that well because of the sun, but we are in, oh, very different now. Good morning. We are in Kyoto this morning. We just took like 4 different trains to get here. Harry did a really good job directing us, and yeah, today we're doing kind of the other side of Kyoto that we did the other day. So we're doing the bamboo forest and kind of that area, so I'm very excited. We got here earlier than we did last time, so hopefully it'll be a bit emptier. But yeah,
it feels a bit empty at the moment, but
yeah, we'll see. Anyways, we'll see you around Kyoto. Good morning, good morning. It is now Thursday, or second to last day, which is just nuts. It feels like we've been here forever. We keep saying that, but at the same time it's gone so quick. And like I see people post on stories about like, oh, I just got to Tokyo, and I'm like already so nostalgic about this trip. It's insane. Yesterday we did Kyoto. We walked around. Honestly, we were gonna change areas, but in the end we just stayed around the same area. And I realized, because I had put it mainly for the bamboo forest, but I realized there were quite a lot of shops that were really popular on TikTok, and there was like a Snoopy cafe, a Miffy cafe, and then a little bear character that I didn't recognize, but I remember seeing all of them on TikTok, so I didn't realize that's where we were going. But it was a nice area to see. Again, it does get very, very busy. I think Kyoto is probably, it feels like the busiest, maybe just because the place is the smallest. Or not, no, I know Kyoto's huge, but like the sidewalks and the streets feel a little smaller maybe than a big city, so maybe that's why it feels busier. But there's a lot of people that go to Kyoto. But it was good to do that. Today we're gonna spend the day around Osaka, and the day is pretty gloomy. Yesterday we also got caught up in the rain a little bit, but nothing crazy. We've been really lucky with the weather, so yeah, it is what it is. I think it's meant to stop raining in the next 30 minutes, and that's where we're gonna go. And yeah, I've kind of organized our bags. I think everything fits quite well. We had brought some like extra what do you call them? Yeah, just bags, like duffel bags, yeah, in case we needed them, but I don't think we will be using them, so we'll see. I think everything is kind of organized, so we will have a look. I keep seeing videos of Disney, you guys, and I think about Tokyo Disney every day. Like that was, I think Tokyo Disney Sea is probably one of the best parks I've ever been to. Would you agree?
Disney Sea, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even think Disneyland was good. I mean,
yeah,
it was all great, but Disney Sea is like, because we were saying before about going to 2 days, and where we would spend 2 days, and I think we made the right choice. Yeah, because we kept going back and forth between doing 2 days at Tokyo Disneyland or 2 days at Tokyo Disney Sea and then one in the other. And I commented on a couple of people's TikToks, and I was like, hey, this is the situation, what would you recommend? And everybody said Tokyo Disney Sea, and I'm so glad we did that in the end, because Disneyland was amazing and all of the rides were so cool. Like I do think most of like the classic rides were just taken up like another notch. Like they have my favorite It's a Small World, my favorite Splash Mountain. Well, I know Splash Mountain in the US does not exist anymore, but I haven't been to Tiana, so I don't know about that one. But I have been to Splash Mountain in both California and Orlando, and this was just amazing. But I just think Tokyo Disney Sea is like another level of hugeness and everything. Like we were even saying, for example, at Universal you have like a New York City area, and then at Tokyo Disney Sea you have a New York City area, and just the difference between that, again, like Universal is still amazing and it's a great park, but I feel like having just come from that hugeness and like how immersive it all is, I was like, that is insane, like how big they've made everything and how just amazing. So anyways, I think about Tokyo Disney every day, and I probably will. I don't know for the rest of my life, so I feel it's a bit dramatic, but maybe. It was amazing. So anyways, chill day around Osaka today, which is nice to not have to take too many trains. Figuring out the trains in Osaka has been really different to Tokyo for some reason, but I think yesterday was so funny because you have limited express, semi-limited express, and like stops at all stations. And for some reason on the first day, on one of the signs it said like grab your tickets for your seats or something, so we were like, oh, limited express means that you need tickets for this and you need seated tickets, and we were like, oh no, we don't have these. So like we kind of started asking around and stuff, and then 5 days later we figured out it just means it has less stops. Only 5 days took us to realize. So many times we were like, we can't get on that train because it's limited. It was going exactly where we needed it to go. And
the other ones are like an hour longer. Or maybe not an hour, like 40 minutes longer. You guys, 5 days. 5 days. But anyways, we finally figured it out. I don't think we need to use it again. That's the worst part. But anyways, that was a good moment of being like, oh. But I think what confused us was that we saw a sign regarding seats, so that's why we connected the two. But I think if we hadn't seen that, we maybe wouldn't have jumped to that conclusion. But anyways, we figured it out. It's never too late. But yeah, I'm gonna finish getting ready now and we'll see what we find today. We have tickets for Osaka Castle, so we'll see you there probably. Good morning. Today is our last day, sadly. I just tried to do the check-in, but it wouldn't let me, and I'm assuming it's because we have like different airlines but are all like connecting, but we're hoping that all is well and that they'll ship the bags directly I cannot speak this morning, directly to London. But we will see. We will find out at like 4 a.m. tomorrow. Today we are repeating Nara because we loved it so much. So we're heading there this morning, and then if we finish really early, we might head to Universal City because we like didn't really look at it when we were passing by, either on the way there or on the way back. So we were thinking maybe we go hang out there for a little bit, as yesterday we did everything we wanted to do in Osaka. So we were thinking we might do that in the afternoon and then come back and just kind of get ready, wind down. And we've booked a taxi with the hotel to hopefully take us to the airport around 3 a.m. So yeah, it should be a long travel day tomorrow, but that is all good. We're just gonna enjoy our last day here together, which is very exciting to just get to enjoy one more day of holiday. The day today looks lovely, unlike yesterday, which was very gloomy. The only good part about a gloomy day is the humidity. It was the hottest day we had, or I don't know if it was like actually temperature was the hottest, but it felt like the hottest. So in a way, I'll take it because that was kind of nice to take off our jackets for a little bit. But anyways, we'll go to Nara in a little bit, see the deer one more time, and I'm very excited about it. You'll be my arms. Oh, okay. Hi, guys. What are you doing? To be fair, we can't really see you, so, well, maybe you're, yeah. Clearly we're home now. Honeymoon is sadly over. We got home 2 days ago now, Saturday evening.
I don't know, it's all a blur.
It was all a bit of a blur. You guys, the travel day was stressful. We got there, I didn't really film anything because it was chaotic. I think I got a couple clips before we got the first plane, but the day before we were meant to go to the airport, we found out this was not a 24-hour airport, and we were gonna get there for like 3:30, 4 a.m. because I'm the type of person that likes to get to your flight, you know, 3 hours, or to the airport 3 hours before, and get everything done smoothly and just be at peace, because that's just what I like to do and what my mom always did. I don't know, it's just what we do.
So the flight was at 7.
Yeah, but the flight was at 7. We changed the taxi to 1 hour later to pick us up at 4 a.m. We were around 50 minutes from the airport, but if the taxi took the tolls, it was gonna take only 20 minutes. We asked reception, they said it's gonna take 50 minutes. So we were like, okay, cool, he probably doesn't take the tolls. Perfect, leaving at 4 a.m. we'll get there for 5.
And it opens at 5:30.
At 5:30 we'll be there first, like at the door. He took the tolls. So we were there at like 4:20 a.m. The lights weren't even on outside, and we were just like, like.
So you just waited in the cold for an hour and a half.
Yeah, well, it wasn't fully an hour and a half, but yeah, pretty much.
Felt like an hour and a half.
It was cold, you guys. Thankfully, we had 7-Eleven snacks with us, so we had some of that. It was your last 7-Eleven pancake.
I do miss them.
Yeah.
Terribly.
I missed the chocolate donuts, they were good. So anyways, then we had read on, I think it was like Google Gemini or chat, whatever it was, I can't remember, that to go to international transfers in their terminal, you had to go right, but I don't know, it was wrong. It was like right in front of us, but the sign was like turned, so we didn't see it. So we were first at the airport at 4:20 a.m. We went the wrong way. We were last in line to check in. So you guys.
They opened at 5:30.
Yeah.
And then the gate, they didn't start actually checking people until 6. And our flight was at 7. So we were literally like, we have an hour to check in the bags, do passport control, do security, and go, and like be ready.
Yeah, thankfully, because it was an internal flight, we didn't need to do passport control. That was in the next one.
Yeah.
But it was still like, I was like, why would you open your counters 1 hour before your first flight? Like, it was just blowing my mind. But again, like, I know they're organized and they like know they can do it. Like, they do it every day and it works. But just as a, I don't know, like, it's just not how my brain works.
Yeah.
So I was very sure. We literally made it, what, 10 to 5 minutes before we started boarding. It wasn't last call or anything, but it was like 10 to 5 minutes before we started boarding. Like usually, you know, you have some time to kill and stuff, but it was just crazy. And also like the machines had stopped working. It was all like, thankfully we had like help from somebody because it was all very chaotic. But anyways, we had an 80-minute layover, and this is where things got crazy, you guys. You need to go from, if you've ever been to Tokyo Haneda, and you go from the domestic terminal to the international terminal, they're two separate, very far away terminals, and we knew there was like this shuttle thing that we had to take, but literally when we like landed, first of all, the plane was stuck because our like place to park, I don't know, it was occupied, so we were stuck on the plane for a little bit. So I was like, okay, cool. At this point our second flight had been delayed by 30 minutes, so I was like, perfect, we're still all good, no problem, great. That's really helped us out. So then they're like, if you have a connection to London, which was us, make sure you speak to the ground staff. They're gonna tell you where to go. So we're like, cool. We see a lady with the London sign. We're like, yeah, perfect, that's us. Where do we go? She kind of directs us, and we were like, okay, sure. So we start going. We got lost.
We were in such a rush. We were like, oh yeah, cool, we'll just go there. And then we started walking. We were like, well, where's there?
Yeah.
And we had no idea where to go.
But we asked somebody else, like, hey, we need to take the bus to this terminal. They were like, go here. So we ended up taking the bus that goes from terminal to terminal, which we think that wasn't what they were telling us. I think maybe what they were telling us was a bit of a more direct bus, but we were a bit unsure. Anyways, this bus takes 20 minutes. 20 minutes, you guys. We were there. I almost shed a tear. I was just shaking my head like, we're never gonna make this. So then we need to do security, we need to do passport control. Passport control was super quick as well. Like, literally, yeah, it was super quick. You just do like a little scanny thing, super easy. So that was great.
But that flight, well, the original time was what?
9:35.
9:35. And what time did we get there?
9:30. And it does say you need to get there at least 10 minutes before the flight leaves. So technically, we would have missed the plane, which is insane, but because it was delayed by 30 minutes, we made it, what, 5-10 minutes as well before it started boarding. So we even had to wait like 10 minutes before they called our group, which was just amazing. I've never been so grateful for a flight to get delayed. We were like, if BA is selling the ticket, like, of course you can make it. Spoiler alert. We're unsure about that. Again, thankfully we didn't have to find out what would have happened. And again, if we had taken the different bus, would that have been better, or was it the same thing? We don't know. We made it. It was just chaotic time. And then the crazy part is that that was like just the first part of the trip, because then you have 15 hours in a plane, and that's, you know, just what it is. You're there. But it was like a chaotic start to the trip. Anyways, we've been talking for 7 minutes just about how that went, but was it a good, amazing trip? I
mean, I loved it. I think it was so different to anything we've ever done, or I've ever done in my life. So it was really cool to experience that with you. It
was amazing, and thank you for coming along. I'm guessing this is going to be quite a montagey vlog. Not much of us talking, but I'm just excited to just look back on it. So
yeah, good memories.
Yeah, great memories. Honestly, it's kind of feels surreal that it's happened and we were there. I look at our pictures and I'm like, that's us. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, just excited to edit this.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.